What up gamers, Fancier here, and welcome back to my reactions to the collective miscellany videos of Genshin Impact. So last time I watched a Chlorind, and in this video we'll be watching Sethos, which for some reason when I see that name I just see Seto because of Yu-Gi-Oh! You know, Seto Kaiba, that character. But yeah, I am curious to see how these upcoming characters here, even in the upcoming Natlin Nation with those characters, just see like how they compare with Chlorid, because right now, if you haven't seen my reaction to her, she is my favorite character so far that I've seen. So yeah, I do wonder if the upcoming characters here can compete with her. But right now, we'll be watching Sethos, so let's go and watch him. Alright, so here we go, Sethos, Legacy of the Wise. Let's do it.
Bags packed and ready to roll.
Alright, Sethos. Let's see him.
Sethos was raised in the desert and is privy to many secrets passed down from the age of King Deshret. This is coveted knowledge, but
Dang, look at this
Sethos's
place.
electro-powered arrows keep prying eyes
I haven't gone
out
to
of the
like the
way.
desert yet in this game, so I can't wait to see that.
As an exceptional outdoorsman, you can count on Sethos's adventuring skills. When Sethos is in your party, the location of resources unique to Sumeru will appear on your minimap, making it easier
Yeah, we're
to
about to
gather
enter Sumeru
supplies.
very soon, guys. Whenever I do return.
Sethos's normal attack can combo up to 3 consecutive shots, dealing physical damage.
Okay.
With a charged attack, Sethos executes a more precise aimed shot that deals increased damage. The shot has different effects depending on how long the charging lasts.
Oh, look at that one. What's
At
the charge
level
one?
1,
Level 2.
Sethos
What's a level
fires an
2?
electro-infused arrow that deals
Oh, he's
electro
Electro.
damage. At charge level 2, Sethos fires a shadow-piercing shot that can pass through opponents, dealing electro damage to all
Ooh.
enemies in its path. Sethos will not be able to move around when shadow-piercing shot is fully charged.
Oh, okay.
After unlocking the
So he can
talent
like pierce through
Black Knight's
enemies.
Enigma, the charging time of Sethos's aimed shot will be reduced for each point of elemental energy he has, up to a certain limit. If he fires a shadow-piercing shot, he will consume the corresponding quantity of elemental energy. If he fires an arrow at charge level 1, only half as much will be consumed.
Okay. I need to see that again.
With his elemental skill,
I don't think
Sethos
I understood
fires
understood
concentrated
it fully.
lightning to deal AoE electro damage, then dashes backward.
Okay.
He recovers a set amount of energy if this attack triggers an electrocharged, superconduct, overloaded, quicken, aggravate, hyperbloom, or electro swirl reaction.
It kind of reminds me of Kujo's Sarah, just without the teleporting. But also, it seems like he does damage like when he
Sethos
does
uses
teleport.
a secret right to enter the Twilight meditation state, which transforms his normal attacks
Oh,
into
heck
dust
yeah.
bolts. Dust bolts
Normal
can pass through
attack,
enemies and
bow?
deal electro damage to all enemies
That's what I
in their
want.
path.
Because, you know, I'm kind of
Damage
tired of
dealt
like
is increased
always
based on
wanting to
Sethos's elemental
aim down my
mastery.
sights
Sethos cannot use
whenever I
aim
use a
shots
bow
while in
character.
this state.
And he can't use the aim shot.
Dusk bolt damage is considered
So they
charged
really
attack
want you to
damage.
use the normal
The state
attacks.
ends
Oh,
when
heck
its
yeah, look at
duration
this, man.
expires, or Sethos
Sing show
leaves the
with
field.
this. It reminds me of like Chlorind. Okay.
Much of King Deshret's wisdom is buried in a
Yeah, he is
sea of
reminding me
sand,
of Chlorind.
waiting to be seized
Because like
by
with
future
Chlorind's normal
sages.
attacks, it gets
After
transformed to
unlocking the
Electro,
talent
right?
of the Sand King's boon, Sethos gains the Scorching Sandshade effect, which increases damage dealt by shadow-piercing shots by an amount based on his elemental mastery. The Scorching Sandshade effect is cleared a certain amount of time after the first shadow-piercing shot strikes an enemy, or
Yeah, I need to
after
see
a
that
certain
again,
number of
because I was
shadow-piercing
talking
shots
over
have
it.
hit enemies.
Oh. There's a meter there.
The effect is
Hey, look at
regained after a
the
certain
world here.
amount of
Can't wait
time
to
has
visit this
passed since
place.
the first shadow-piercing shot with Scorching Sandshade has hit an enemy. Desert life is
Yeah, this part
harsh,
I need to
but with
revisit
the
again.
power of the Sage of Sages, Sethos makes it look like a walk on the beach. Sethos starts off the battle by using his elemental skill to deal electro damage and gain elemental energy.
Okay.
Once he's accumulated some energy, he uses it to reduce the charging time for his shadow-piercing shots and unleash a damaging barrage of piercing arrows.
It still looks like he does use his charge.
When energy is full,
I want to see more of the
Sethos
normal
enters
attacks.
the Twilight meditation state with his elemental burst and fires dusk bolts to pierce through troublemakers, dealing
Wait, that
electro
is the
damage
normal
and
attack his
sending
burst?
would-be
It
intruders
was talking about the
packing.
burst. I thought we didn't see the burst yet.
From
Did
what
we?
I understand, but they're not in a position to speak of
Wait,
it.
is this the end?
It's a good
I think this is
thing
the end.
Sethos is good at keeping secrets.
Oh yeah, I think
Whereas
that's the
Will
end. I think it's just showing. I don't see any more gameplay. Wait, wow. Did I miss the burst? I guess the normal attack was his burst. I need to look at that again because I thought they would have some kind of like fancy cutscene. I was just like used to seeing like the cutscenes when you use the burst. Okay, so yeah, I think I do need to rewatch this just really quick, and then I'll talk about it in my my ranking list. All right, so I rewatched his video and I understand him a lot more now. And now we can continue on to the collective miscellany ranking list here, where pretty much I just put the person that I just watched it right now, which in this case is Sethos, into this list of where who I want to play as the most versus the least, where I want to play as Chlorine the most versus Toma over here. But it's a pretty much a fun list of mine. Nothing serious or factual. Like I'm not saying who's really better than the other in terms of gameplay or meta or whatever. It's just a fun list for me to plan out on who I want to play as to spend my Primo Gems on. But as with Sethos over here, I feel like he's a very good character in my opinion, at least for me. Like I feel like I would want to play him just because it feels like a very simple character that also feels like a jack of all trades when it comes to like him being a bow user. Because from what I've seen, it looks like, at the very foundation of things, you can either just be a charge attacker, like consume your energy to lower the casting time, is I think what I saw. And so yeah, with that, you can just keep on spamming those charge attacks like really fast. So yeah, I feel like you can either play as a charge attacker because of that, or as a normal attacker with the burst activated. Because yeah, with the skill you can regain energy back, and I'm not sure just how fast that cooldown might be. Maybe it's not that fast, and maybe you might be forced to play with the charge attacks. But assuming it's fast, then I can see myself just building up that energy, maybe not using those charge attacks just to save up on the on the burst. And then yeah, you can just pretty much do like just a bunch of bursts and doing a lot of these normal attacks, which is what I want to play as. It's kind of like how I saw or how I felt when I saw Yoimiya. I think with hers, it's a skill where when she activates it, she turns her normal attacks into pyro attacks. And so with Sethos here, it's a burst instead of a skill, but he does turn his normal attacks into electro damage. But also I saw that um, it also counts as charge attacks. So, like if you use a weapon that is like a bow that increases charge attack damage, I mean that sounds really awesome. Like it doesn't seem like a bad thing to be like either a charge attacker and a normal attacker with the burst because it still counts as a charge attack. Yeah, it just feels like you can't really go wrong with Sethos, but at the same time, he doesn't look like the most impressive. Like, I would say the best description I can give him is that he feels like the best average character, and he does like fill in maybe a lot of play styles for me. So, yeah, with that said, though, with all those reasons said, yeah, I would say he's pretty much like high up there, maybe on this column here. It's also like how I kind of felt with Raiden in a way when I say um, that he might fill a lot of roles, or like he's good in any team. Is more like because with Raiden here, even though you might not play as her like as your active character, like her presence is still there on the field where her passive like I think builds up. It's been a while since I last saw Raiden Shogun, but I remember with her kit, she does have a passive that also affects the other characters, even though she's not present or active on the field. So yeah, with Sethos here, I just feel like with him, you can just also put him in any team and just have him play in different, like whatever playstyle you want, charge attacker or normal attacker with the burst active. But yeah, I'm still kind of like not sure just how good it is to like save up on the burst because maybe that might might like just persuade me to play more of a charge attacker instead. But yeah, just like based on like how many roles that he can possibly play, like just based on what I've seen, I feel like he would be high up there. Like, man, I mean, looking at this list over here, I feel like I like at least Jean and the top one more than Sethos. I'm not sure about Ayato because I remember that he really impressed me when I first saw him. But at the same time, man, he does he does cater to my playstyle, especially with that burst, man. I just love to just use normal attack elemental damage, and also it pierces, right? I think his charge attack also pierces. I don't remember about the burst if it does, but dude, I do love that where you can just, attack multiple enemies at once. And so yeah, I think, man, even though he's not the most impressive looking character from like, I guess maybe from a visual aspect, like I even saw his burst, like it's so like simple, but at the same time, I love the effect of it. Um, but yeah, even though he's not as visually cool with his effects, like with Ayato, I think he'll be in 10th place actually. Alright, so there you have it. Sethos is in 10th place, which, yeah, I feel pretty good about. And also, it's pretty impressive that he's in there, just in the top 10, just barely making it. But yeah, with him, man, even though I would say he doesn't have the most flashiest of moves, like how I kind of saw with like some of these other characters around here, like with Kazuha and Chlorine, like they're very flashy with their moves. Even Ayato, um, but I do like just how Sethos, like I just feel like you can't really go wrong with him. Like I'm not sure if he's like gonna play best in all teams, but I feel like he doesn't seem like a bad like character to get. Like I feel like he can just fill in any role like when it comes to bow users. But yeah, that's just how I see him, man. I think he's just a pretty okay guy that can be a charge attacker or a normal attacker with the burst. But I could be wrong, that's just based on what I've seen in the video. But yeah, you guys can let me know down in the comments if I'm like off or accurate or whatever. But yeah, there you have it, guys. That was Sethos, Legacy of the Wise, and next time we'll be watching Sigwin, which I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, we'll be watching her next. Can't wait to see her play because she also has a gun like with Chlorinde. But yeah, I'm not sure if I'm like too excited. Not, I don't really care much about the design here. But she does look really cute. It's just, I mean, with Chlorinde here, she does look more badass. I like the more cool and badass like characters. But yeah, we'll see what she's like. Maybe I will like her a lot. Anyway, guys, yeah, that'll be it for now. That's game.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good